Everyone shut up.
I've got the screen record on. Hell yeah, brother.
That was so appropriate.
That's funny.
That was worth it.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. Fire department shows up.
How was that? Nice?
That was good. That was good. You got a new intro now.
Nice. Smoky.
Morning, everybody. What's going on? How's it going? What's up, old Mac? I'm trying. I'm a little behind. Oh, there he is. Hey, Mac. How are you?
One of the links from last week and it wouldn't work, so then that's the reason.
Okay.
Oh hell! See, there's an echo. Bullshit.
How you been? You were one of the first links to go out. I'm sending more out actually right now.
I've got a problem. I got an echo here.
Do you? Let me see if your echo cancellation is on. Where are you? There you are. Edit mic. Settings. Audio. Echo cancel is on. Off. On. Reduce background noise. How about now?
I know. I'm hearing double.
I'm not.
I'm hearing you double. I'm hearing me double.
Are you? Yeah, I'm not hearing anything double.
Let me turn it off and go back and start again. Try it again.
If you could pop out and pop back in, maybe that'll do it. What's up, James? I'm gonna wait till Mac comes back in. There he is.
Hello.
All right, Mac.
Oh,
Mac, I'm not gonna be able to see anything. So.
Well, it's working now. The echo's gone.
Good, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm gonna send out a bunch of invites. So let me just do that real quick.
Hey, James Coates, Rob's neighbor.
Oh, I'm not answering that. Should I answer it? No.
It's not going to be it's not going to be a rerun of yesterday's show, is it? If it is, I'm going to buckle my seatbelt.
No, no.
Mama
Absolutely
said
not.
there'd be days like this.
Oh, they're going to voicemail. What do they want? Let's see what they say.
Hey, Tara, good morning. So where is our beloved Moto this morning?
Moto is busy doing some things he had to do, he said. He said he wasn't going to have one.
Sound like he's
So I did one. But first I had to drop her off at work.
hey,
And
Sterling Will. Poor old Sterling Will. Oh man.
hey Sterling. I also had to stop by the whatchamacallit?
I got a message for Sterling Will. Okay, Sterling Will, to relieve the back pressure, just think of the Michael Jackson song. Beat it.
There you go. Let me send these out. Sterling, you trucking? I think he's trucking. Don't be growling. All right, I sent a bunch out. I tried to email a bunch. Too busy to beat it. Yeah. Morning, Rob's neighbor. I was a little behind the 8 ball this morning.
Well, there's the rascal right there. There's Motobaum right there.
Who is this? What are you growling at? Jade? Why? What do they want to call me for?
Miss you, buddy. Look what it says on my shirt here. I can get the camera over here.
Thank you for choosing 8.
Never underestimate an old man.
Nice,
on
really.
the couch. Hey, Robert. Angelique bought it for my birthday last year when I turned 84. Thanks, Rob. I was thinking of Jim Reynolds up there. He's got that track. He needs a shirt like it. He's an old enough guy. He could wear an old man shirt riding the track. Hey, Moto, if you get spare time today, check my new song out I wrote about old Mac. You know, you know how you promote yourself, your show. Like, so if you like what you see, subscribe. Come on now, I ain't gonna say another word to you. Subscribe. Well, I did an old Mac, the rubber tire Deacon promotion. I did that one this morning. Oh, look at here. Look here, folks. I don't have a whole lot to be proud of in my life. I ain't ever achieved anything. I've never had an original thought, but however, I did achieve a milestone yesterday. Check it out. If you can write and if it'll focus. There it is right there. Old Mac, since in 30 days, just wrote 500 songs, published 500 songs. I got a letter from the company congratulating me on reaching a milestone.
That's pretty awesome, Mac.
You got to keep in mind that's a couple of thousand characters per song, and there's 500 recorded long-winded songs.
240 miles from Chicago.
Wow. Yeah, 500 recorded.
Songs. That's great.
I done probably more than that, but I discarded. In fact, I kept in one folder. I've got like 85 just in one that I've selected for myself. Well, I believe if you're going to do something, go whole hog into it.
Yeah, dive head first.
I think you'll like the new song too, Sick, when you hear it. It's you wouldn't believe the old rubber tire Deacon is a stoner. Who would have guessed? I'm what to call a closet stoner.
The closet stoner. That's all right, man.
You'll never see me toking up, man, but you know he's high.
But you know his eyes didn't get red by themselves.
It ain't natural to smile all the time unless you're like, look at me and Sick. Look at we're stoned.
That's it. All I see is slits and teeth. I'll be right back. I gotta grab some ice.
Motobaum Brothers. Yeah, that's it. I even wrote a song yesterday about Motobaum. I got one. I believe it's called. Yeah, it's dedicated one to motovloggers. I got one called Motovloggers. Whether you're a CAWFFEE motovlogger or a duct tape or just a common old motovlogger running down the road telling your story. I get all my ideas for music from right here on this group here. If you want to call it music. You're welcome. Anything I make, buddy, it's yours. This is a community effort. I put them together, and y'all can use them any way you see fit. Go in and change the words if you want to. I don't care. But when I become a millionaire doing this, you'll hear from my lawyer if you do that.
There you go, Mac.
You get mean and vicious when you get money. Right now, I'm broker in hell, so look at me.
That's hysterical, man. Yeah, he's been busy. You're right. Oh, you know what? I ended up stopping there and they were really busy. And then she added more work to get done to her car. So they told me to maybe swap cars when her car's done, Moto. So I didn't have to walk back, which is kind of good because I'm not really a walker, to be honest. You know, the only time I'm running is, from the cops. So not much for walking either.
Hey, Evil Rick. I've been busy writing the songs, Evil.
What's up, Evil? How are you? Yeah, Moto's been dabbling in the music a little bit too. I saw that. I heard it. I heard it.
I can't wait for Evil to bring his song out. I love it.
Yeah, I wasn't about to wear my boots either. I put my sandals on so that it wouldn't be a lot of pressure in case I had to walk. Because I don't want to put, any more pressure on that foot.
Hey, Rob's neighbor, the instrumental music, you know our friend Dave's channel over in Australia. He plays the harmonica, so I did a lot of instrumental stuff with the harmonica lead, featuring more of the harmonica. And I myself like harmonica music. It's a special time in my life. When the World War II was over, my uncle came home and he brought home talent he learned when he was in England. He learned how to play the harmonica and came home and played it.
Nice.
Hey, I loved him. I listened to both versions, and I told you the version I like, Evil, but I liked it. I'd like for you to share it with these guys here, buddy. It's a good damn time. It's a good song. Of course, if I was a psychiatrist and I listened to your song, I'm thinking the metaphor, the bear is a metaphor for your alcoholic addiction. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic, but anytime a bear starts talking to you, man, that's serious. I loved it.
Was Brown Chicken expecting weather?
Yeah, everybody up in that area, Wisconsin on now, they're going to get hit today.
He sent both of those to you, Mac, you said.
Yeah, I got them.
Okay. The mouth harp, yeah. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we had them one we used to call them juice harps because you slobber when you go bling 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 bling, hitting that little thing, and we'd be slobbering and playing that thing, and yeah, we called them juice, like a lot of slobber when you're stroking the little dung on the end there. Oh, but I was hoping you would preview one of them on the show here. You guys are to go check out Evil Rick, his song. I tell you, got a damn good. I like the way you put it together. Maybe we'll get Moto Moto, or maybe Sick can do it. Maybe go over Evil Rick's Suno page and get his song he just released. He published it. We'll get Moto to do it. Well, have you ever done it before, Sick?
I mean, I can share the page. I just got to figure out how to get into Sumo.
www.sumo.com.
Sumo.
Probably at Evil Rick. I don't know. That's how mine is. Mine's not Evil Rick.
Is it N-O or M-O?
It's S-O-N-O.
S-O-N-O. All right.
Wait a minute. Is it S-O-N? I think it is.
Yeah.
No, it's S-U-N-O. Hell, I'm
S-U-N-O,
wrong.
yeah.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's all right.
Robert.
So I have to search for something. Let me search. Hold on.
Good
Who am I
morning,
searching
wannabe.
for? Am I searching for a certain person or?
Yeah, I think it's probably at Evil Rick. Probably
Evil?
Evil Rick. I think that's how mine is at old Mac or N4DLR. Yeah, mine's at N4DLR.
Users. No users found under Evil Rick.
Oh, what are you found under on Suno? Yeah, I like the people to hear your song, man. There it is. There's the link right there.
Oh, all right, hold on. Let me go there. All right. Share screen. Share screen. Go back. Add to stage, and then I gotta hit play.
Yeah, row down to the river. That's it right there. Check this out.
I rode down to the river just to have myself a beer. Yeah, I rode down to the river just to have myself a beer. I got attacked at the river by a big ass old brown bear.
Yeah, man.
I thought this was my last day when I saw him running towards me. He ran right up to my bike, then stood up and looked at me. He raised one paw and pointed at my cooler, said, "Have you got one of those for me?" Well, I didn't really know just what to say. First time this ever happened to me. So I just said, "Hey, reach on in. They're all ice cold. Pick a spot and have a seat. There's plenty for you and me." I rode down to the river just to have myself a beer. So we just sat on the bank of that river, watching the day go by. We just sat on the bank of that river as clouds float across the sky.
Yes.
Yeah, we just sat on the bank of that river, putting those beers away.
Good.
I rode down to the river just to have myself a beer. I got attacked at the river by a big ass old brown bear. We watched the sun go down behind the hills and trees. What a fine, fine ending to one hell of a beautiful day. Now the cooler's empty.
Yeah.
To go our own way. You never know what you might see when you go down to the river. We watch the sun go down behind the hills and trees.
Morning, John.
What a fine, fine ending
Morning, Jess.
to one hell
Hey, John.
Robert.
of a beautiful day. I sure will remember that day. I was attacked down by the river by a big ass
Evil, I hope you don't
old
mind me
brown
playing the whole song, bro. I'm It's too late now.
Yeah, that was so cool, man.
We were the
See, when you come home and the cooler is empty and all the beer is gone, and your wife said, "You drank that whole case of beer?" You go, "Hell no, you ain't gonna believe us. A damn bear grabbed most of them." Yeah, I'm innocent, I tell you. That was really cool.
Hey, brown chicken.
Brown chicken and retired rider.
What's up? What's up?
Thanks, Evil, for sharing.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Evil. Yeah, it's way easier with the link. I would have been searching for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think Moto's got reason I kept referring to Moto. He has it all set up where he can go to it quicker because he don't have to go through the link. He can go right straight to the Suno, and he's got his set up for that purpose.
Yeah, brown chicken. Rob said you was Rob's neighbor said you were maybe getting weather or something. $10, eh?
9 Central.
9 Central, yeah. Oh, I can't wait to see what they're gonna want for the brakes on that thing.
I got to put brakes on my pickup truck and brakes on my Harley. I put front brakes already on the Harley, and now I got to do the back brakes. I'm going to do the Harley before I do the pickup. Because we ride the Harley more than we do the pickup.
What do you think they're gonna charge me for rear shoes?
I'm thinking probably close to 400 on the Harley. The reason I'm saying this is 180 for the front, the fronts,
Mm-hmm.
and they bleed them out and all that stuff. And you got a pair of shoes back there in the back, 2 discs. Same as you got up in the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hell, it may be the same. I don't know. He didn't quote me no price. He just said it's got to be done. And I know it has to be done because if you pull that emergency brake, hell, it won't even. If you're sitting parked and you pull it, it'll still roll on you. It doesn't. The shoes are worn down to where it won't latch or it won't grab. And you can tell when your shoes are worn how far you have to push that pedal down to engage the rear brakes.
Wow. Wooded area. Okay. I'm glad you're all right, man. Scary stuff. Man, that's crazy. At least, hurricanes, you get some warning. Yeah, brown chicken said, how about you, Rob's neighbor? Yeah, that's all that matters. Everyone's all right. Yeah, I heard there's a lot of storms coming across the Midwest today.
Went all the way to New York.
Yeah, I told Sterling to be careful. I was telling everybody to be careful. So everyone just be careful.
It's a dangerous time of the year.
What is making so much noise outside? Is that the street sweeper? What is that? I don't know, man. Something was making a racket. It sounded like a street sweeper. That sunlight's starting to hit me in the face again, man. Damn it. I'm gonna go sit at the kitchen table.
Angry D, good morning.
Angry D, no kidding. What's up, brother, man? I don't know if that's so much better. I can't deal with that sun. That sun hits me. It's only like 5 minutes it hits me for. You know, Mac? It only hits me in that one spot for like 5 minutes.
I see the light.
See the lights. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, what's up, yo?
I'm going for a ride here as soon as this little menagerie is over with. We're going to get ready. We're going to ride up to the Amish bakery and load up. Every month we go up there and buy. We got canisters we fill full of goodies. And Angelique told me yesterday, she said, I'm having a hankering for some brownies. And they make the best up there. They're really good brownies.
Yeah, I have it to be turned around. Hold on. Let me get that up. Hold on stage.
Brown Chicken, I really appreciate you watching me and old Angelique up there doing the wrong house. It was so much fun. Well, it was a skit, but you got to have a little fun in life. And I don't know if you've ever checked out the one me and Joe done when Joe and I was out here in the front yard, drinking way too much alcohol and smoking way too much tobacco.
Is it playing?
Yeah.
Drink it down, fill it up. Drink it down, fill it up. Drink it down, coffee. Heat it up, make it strong. Keep it coming all day long. Don't bring me no damn decaf, no way. Through all kinds of weather, even in bike leathers, I'll keep drinking coffee all day. Pour it in, fill it up to the rim of the cup. Gets me to the end of the day. Black strong listing, that's the stuff I'm needing. Keep that cream and sugar away. Fill it up, drinking it up to the rim of the cup. Gets me to the end of the day. Gets me to the end of the day.
That's pretty cool. A coffee song. Hopefully he's all right. Haven't heard anything bad besides that I'm eating bad stuff or chewing stuff. Hopefully he was just chewing the bag open. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure he's fine. Dogs do stupid things all the time.
Would you like to hear the one I did about the duct tape blogger?
Sure.
Duct tape vlogger, coffee vlogger. I am an AI motovlogger. You can be one also if you try. Can't be sensitive, you better not cry. You will need Harley, BMW, Yamaha, camera and good mic and lights and lights. And we are gonna be traveling in the land of your imagination. And action lights, camera, take one, take two. It's alright, it's okay. I can be here with you. Duct tape, vlogger, coffee, vlogger. I am an AI motovlogger. You can be one also if you try. Can't be sensitive, you better not cry. You will need Hardy, BMW, Yamaha.
Well,
Nice, Mac.
oh, thank you. I'm trying to get. Oh, here we are. We got back into the studio, I think. Yeah, here we go. Was the audio come out good? Did it?
Yeah, it sounded good, Moto.
Yeah, I'm an AI motovlogger, man. I don't talk anymore. I just let AI do all the talking. I just steer the beast.
That was a good one.
Yeah, we need a report on Harold, how he's doing.
AI They already have AI characters. You can have any kind of
Yeah,
character you want.
I've seen quite a few people create their own, the AI character.
Avatar, whatever they
Yeah,
call
Avatar, I guess it is. Yeah.
it. Yeah. So I took a bunch of texts between her and her grandmother who passed a few years ago. I made them into a song. Dang, Ning killed me. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh man.
That's pretty sweet, man. That's good that she thinks of stuff like that. That's nice. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys and girls that go and look at old Mac's old movies. I've got 700 and something videos in under old Mac on YouTube. You just type at old Mac and you get my list of movies, live, shorts. But I got 700, almost 800 videos, and went all the way back to 2007 or 2009. It's been busy.
I think that the sun's gone almost. I know it's still there. Oh my God.
Brown Chicken, did you see the one me and Joe did when we was drunk out there in the front yard? It was going to go up on the county road and drag race to see if my Harley could beat his Honda.
That's great, Mac. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's calloused where it is. It's dry skin and calloused. So I guess that's considered healed. I'm trying to be better at putting I got like this diabetic whatever Benson and Hedges or whatever the hell it is, cream or fuck it's called.
Hey, Ray Moto Life.
It's Gold Bond diabetic skin care. So I use that on my legs and my feet. And it just, you know, moisturizes everything and doesn't let anything get dried out.
Here's what I use. I have to use this on my feet. I'm a diabetic, of course, and I have the problem with my feet.
Yeah.
And, you know, your skin cracks and stuff, and that keeps it nice and supple.
Yeah. Good morning, Ray. How are you? Yeah, it was a solid 6 months, bro. Maybe a little more. It was crazy, dude.
Oh, man.
And it wasn't even that. It was kind of a blessing in disguise because I had to get, don't forget, I had to get an angioplasty on my left leg. I had like zero blood pressure in my foot and ankle. They couldn't get a pulse in my ankle. You know, so it was clogged pretty good. It was like 75% clogged going down below the knee into the foot. That's why it wasn't healing. That's why it was turning black. You know, that's why it wasn't getting any circulation. It wasn't getting what it needed to heal. It was starting to fester.
Yeah, that castor oil is a wonderful healing stuff. I'm telling you, that stuff really. When we was kids, we dreaded the dreadful thoughts of having to take a tablespoon of castor oil. You know, when your mama thought you needed it, you didn't argue with her; you just took it. But now they found so many things you can do with castor oil.
Yeah. No kidding. Great for the feet. Like to
Yeah.
eat it, drink it, put it on
No,
your feet.
you rub it on your feet. You rub it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, and I put a pair of socks on.
What's up, Flip?
I bought some stuff up in Washington. You would have loved this. It was THC. It's a salve. It's got THC in it, and you rub it into your feet, and your feet. Oh my goodness! But one time we were sitting there, and Theo was down there licking my feet, which he does, and I wouldn't even pay it no attention. And next thing you know, Theo was over there giggling and laughing and rolling on his belly, and his legs were kicking. He done got stoned on my feet, man.
I gotta check that out, Ray. I didn't see it yet. I'm sorry. I apologize. Ray's got to. If can you? Oh, he's on his phone. Throw his link out. Let me throw it out. Let me see if I can find it. What do I gotta do? I gotta go to. I have to go. Yeah, that's what I have to do. There he is. "22 hours ago." Uh-oh, hold on.
Yeah, Ray Ray. Where's Ray Ray at? Oh, yeah.
I'll put the link in the whatchamacallit, in the chat, because I don't want to be put in YouTube jail, because they did that already for me once for playing another video. Share, copy, close. Where are we? Paste. So that's Ray Moto Life's link. Damn it. Hold on. There he is. Space, pay, let me paste. No problem, bro. I'm trying to do it right. There it is. And I'm trying to post it right. Oh, there it is. Entitled, kind of. That's cool. Yeah, I got to catch up on that. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see a lot of stuff. A little behind. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get those brakes done, man. But we'll see. We'll see how much they want for that. Oh.
Yeah, and when you asked me about the brakes on my Harley, the back, I don't know if the rotors, how good the rotors are. It'd probably be $300 or more if just putting the pads on, but it could be higher with the rotors. I can look down through the wheel in the slot, and the rotors look good to me. Well, what do I know? Hey, 2-4.
I know the rear rotor on the FXR needs the attention, to say the least. What's up, 2-4? How are you, man?
American Uncensored.
I am gonna try not to do my fronts because they were done not too long ago. And I know that when I had those done, that the rears were getting close to being needed done, and it's been a year. But don't forget, I've also kind of used it sparingly. You know, it hasn't been like a full-time vehicle. So that being said, hopefully I can get away with just rears. And maybe a booster, I guess. I don't know. All I know is it's going to be expensive.
I'm going to have him to flush my master cylinder and everything when I have him to do it. I see everybody else flushing theirs, and this has never been done as far as I know, so I'm going to have him to flush everything.
Yeah. All I know is it's going to be expensive.
73 degrees already.
Damn.
He's looking good.
76 already. High of 85 today.
You're 3 degrees higher than me, but we're going to be, I think we're 85, 87 today. So
yeah, they're saying 85.
Really, you've got the ocean sitting right there. The Gulf is 300 miles from me, 291 miles.
Yeah.
So I don't get the offshore flow like you do there where you're at. You've got an offshore flow either direction from Atlantic or the Gulf, you know. And so we get up in this little old bowl up here, and it gets hotter than hell.
Yeah. Well, they call Gainesville the swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they go down there and play it back in the old days, when they go play football, Alabama would have to go down and play in the swamp.
Play in the swamp. And that's what they call the stadium too, the swamp.
44 degrees at Brown Chicken. Well, that eliminates tornado problems right there. If it was 88 degrees, you would be in a world of hurt today with all that weather that's coming. Uh-oh, 2-4's got to work.
77 at Evil Rick's. Yeah.
Hear the snoring.
Oh, you hear Bella. Bella's all the way across the room. I can't believe it. Bella, everyone always hears you snoring, Bella. I don't snore that loud. Yeah, I do actually. Gotta get the lawnmower
Can I do a short promo, old Mac promo?
Of course.
All right, let me bring it up.
Oh, Mac, the rubber tire deacon. Harley Davidson preacher man from Alabama. Who'd have ever thought that he was a stoner? Nobody really knew, but everybody kind of knew. He could go through town and he'd preach hellfire and brimstone, that was his business. He took it serious. The people he worked for took it serious too. And oh, Mac, he rode. He was good at his job. Hell,
2-4. Is that the first cut of the year? 2-4. He's got to get on the lawnmowers today. Okay. Yeah, I think Mr. Gregory's going to bike weekend at Panama Beach.
Did the sound come through sick?
Yes, it did.
Okay, thanks.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye on your sugar. Hope he brought his stuff. I'm sure he did. He's riding. I don't know why, but why do I always think that he's taking the trailer? I don't know why. The camper, I mean. Duh. He's riding. There's Mr. Gregory.
All right.
Riding down to Panama City. Nice. Good for him. I looked to see how far he was away from me. Panama City is like four hours at least. Yeah, first cut. Done some yesterday. Whole place ain't green yet, but it's coming. Okay. Yeah, I like keeping that shit. So like, I don't know. If I were to maintain a property, I would want it short. Keep it as short as possible. Try to stunt the growth, especially if you're not like treating it and it's not growing like, with fertilizer. If it's just wild grown and just by rainwater and stuff, and that not being watered, and doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I would cut it real short all the time. Force it to grow slow. So I'm headed back to Wisconsin. I really want to go down next winter and check out Florida. Yeah, that's where I am, man. I'm in the swamp. I want to go to Valero. Valero? Is it Valero? Is it Valerico? Valero. Damn it. I gotta look now. How about? See, there's a C in there. It's Valerico. Valerico. Valrico. Damn it. Valrico. Whatever. Horrible. Can't pronounce shit. Yeah. As long as there's some, listen, I don't care, but as long as somebody has a big caliber weapon that can take care of an alligator if it gets to, I don't know, alligatorish.
Starting to mouth off at you.
You
So
know,
mouth
Yeah.
and all.
little mouthy.
Yeah, little mouthy.
Little mouthy.
Yeah. Occasionally showing his tail.
You know, I mean, that's what they do. The tails, they'll knock your ass down the ground with
And
the
then
tail.
they've got you. Then they've got you.
Then they got you.
Oh man, just thinking something biting down and crushing you. Ugh.
Oh hell no.
Your rib cage cracking and everything. There ain't much you can do about it.
No, and there's no joke. There's like 14 footers, 15 footers. You know, that's a big animal, dude. I mean, reptile. I'm sorry. I mean, that thing should be extinct as far as I'm concerned. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. They was hiding under a rock when the meteorites and stuff, when all that stuff killed the dinosaur, the alligator was hiding under a rock.
Yeah, they were like burrowed in a mud pit or something, and they didn't get toasted.
We was in the airboat down there in
Yeah,
Florida, and my nephew was with me. We was all together, and he says to the guy that was running the thing, he said, he pulled out a fresh $100 bill and he just handed it up to him, and he said, "Show us some stuff." The guy reached and grabbed a $100 bill, and that was the wildest ride I've ever had. It had a 454 fuel injected engine on it. God, that thing, I mean, it ran. He would do donuts. He was spinning around, and
Nice.
you know, you just got a little old seatbelt you holding on. You don't have a helmet or nothing. You go, "Oh man, this is the day we're going to die in the swamp." He scared the shit out of me, I can tell you.
That's great. Oh, that's fantastic. That'll get your heart going.
Oh, the little lady coming in, she's giving me that highball sign. It's time to, what are you saying? Give me, she's doing hand signals. She's twisting the throttle. What else? And she's shifting gears. She is shifting. Honey, you use your foot to shift the gears.
I know. I was seeing how you correct me.
Yeah, post
I
the
don't
link,
know.
Robert. I mean, Rob's neighbor. Sorry, I keep on calling him Robert. It's horrible. All right, hold on. Let me go over here.
Thing. And on the way in, I had seen a billboard for an airboat tour, and that looked pretty exciting. I've never been on an airboat before, so I thought, oh, that'd be fun. So I find one of those little kiosks with all the little flyers and things. And I get all the ones for airboats. We get back to the hotel room, and I'm looking through them all, and they're all just saying, safe, fun for the whole family, relaxing day on the bayou. And it all looked nice, but that just wasn't really the type of experience I was particularly looking for. So this is early 2000s. The internet's early. I don't have like a computer with me. It was before smartphones. I got a little flip phone, you know. I proceeded to just get out a map and look at some roads and find some little towns out in the bayou, out in the middle of nowhere. So I proceeded to find this little town on the map, and I call up the Chamber of Commerce. You know, Chamber of Commerce knows all the local businesses. They know everybody in town. And I called the Chamber of Commerce up and I asked the lady, I said, ma'am, I reckon you all know each other in your town. She kind of laughed, said, oh yeah, we all know each other. I said, is there anybody in your town that has an airboat that takes people out on airboat rides? She said, no, I don't really know anybody. So I proceeded to call another town and another town. On the third town, three's a charm. Sure enough, she said, oh yes, you know, there's Beauregard Papado. He's got the fastest airboat on the bayou. I said, that sounds great. Can you give me his number? She said, oh yes, I go to church with him. Here is the number. So I get the number and I call this guy, just cold call him out of nowhere. And I said, hello. I said, the lady at the Chamber of Commerce said you got an airboat, you case to give people rides. Now he did more like a hunting guy, taking people out, gator hunting, that kind of thing. He said, you know, he, of course, good Creole accent. You know, he's like, you know, what you hunting? I said, I'm just hunting to go fast. He said, well, I got the fastest boat. I said, well, when are you available? He said, why don't you come out tomorrow morning? I said, yes, sir. He gave me the address, worked it out. Again, this is before smartphones, but figured it out on the map. You know, I get there. So get up next morning. I drive out to this guy's house. He just lives out some little channel on the bayou. His house is on the opposite side of the road from the little channel going into the bayou. And I knock on his door and he comes out and he's a nice older fellow. And I said, hello, I'm Christopher. I called you about the airboat ride. Oh, yeah, come on. Let's go around back. So he proceeds to take me around the back of the house and he's got an airboat sitting there just in the grass. And what I noticed first about this airboat was that the motor on it was an old Continental 7-cylinder radial, which happened to be the same radial airplane engine that was on my granddad's Stearman biplane. So I made a comment that I'd worked on that engine before. And of course, he's an old fellow. I'm 25 probably, you know, and he's like, oh, you wouldn't know anything about that motor. That's before your time. And I told him about the biplane and we proceeded to talk about the engine and its merits. And he got really excited because nobody really had ever, like, he got to talk about that motor very much. So we hit it off very well. And I said, well, you know, how much you charge me for a airboat ride? And he said, well, I'm probably going to let my son take you out. You know, my hands ain't what they used to be. And I said, well, okay. And the son is kind of milling around and son is, again, I can't remember the guy's name, Bosif or something like that. So we get to talking and he said, how about $50? And I said, I'll give you $100 if you can scare me. He kind of sits back a second. He looks over at the son. He goes, Bosif, go get the other boat. Bosif goes around back of the barn. I'm thinking we're going to take this airboat with the old biplane engine on it. Oh no. I think I felt this engine before I heard it. Just the ground shakes and I just hear this open header, big block motor. Airboat just comes around the corner, just in the grass, across the gravel, into the yard. It's got just this ginormous, big, it's black. It just looks rusty and unsafe and just open header stacks on this boat. Great sounding motor. Thing's idling. Guy hops off. I was like, what kind of motor is that? He said, it's a 500 cubic inch Cadillac out of a hearse. I said, now you're talking. Now your wife at the time is looking pretty skeptical at this point, but I'm like, it's going to be okay. You know, we proceed to get in the boat. And I said, well, where do we launch from? He said, we launch from right here. So we get in the boat, we buckle up. He gives it the gas. We just go through the yard, across a 2-lane asphalt road and just into the bayou. The guy looks over. He says, you ready? I was like, punch it, Chewy. He hits the gas and immediately it was like in the movies. The whole world just became a green blur. Just whoosh, we just take off. And there was a bit of a lake and we take across the lake. And the wife at the time, she was pretty adventurous. She was good with going fast. I taught her to drag race. You know, she was pretty brave, but we're just jetting across this lake at whatever speed this thing was capable of, which was a lot. And there's a big wall of like the marsh grass coming, which to anybody growing up around a lake, that's usually means the land. And as we're getting closer to this, like I can see her start to kind of get this panic. There's nowhere to go, but I can see her starting to panic. Like we're getting closer. And we just hit the grass. It wasn't like it wasn't even there. It was just marsh grass. We hit it. And we're just skimming across the grass and we proceed to have the most fantastic time. We are jumping logs. We're zimming it out of just banking it and skidding around. We're, almost hit an alligator one time, flying up these little channels. Now we're in the woods. There's like these little channels they've cut through the forest. We're flying through the forest. They're all their little hunt trails, just having a great time. Super fast. At one point we get to a levee, like big 2-3 story grass levee, and he just noses the nose up against it, gives it the gas, and this thing proceeds to just go right up the levee. We get at the top, levels out. You can see down the levee. The interstate is like, their highway is like down below us, and we're just on land, and he just hits the gas, turns around the grass. And I was like, I didn't know these things could go on land. He said, oh, if the bottom had hold up, we could take it to town. Gives it the gas again. We just launch off the levee, go skating down, like sliding in wet grass on church shoes, hit the water, take off again. We're flying along. He does the obligatory 360. We jump a few more logs. At one point, I'm riding up top with him. We're flying along, and there's this, over the lily pads, there's this clear bit, and a big old alligator pops up. And we just hear this bonk. And he just looks at me, and I looked at him, and he just gave him more gas, and we keep going. So the trip, we've been out about an hour. We've had a fantastic time. He's well earned his $100. As we're getting a little closer, getting back to where the guy lived, I guess he figured we hadn't had the full experience. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just cuts the motor to the airboat. And while it is still slowing down, he dives off the airboat into the water, like just jumps off. And by the time I'm trying to figure out what happens, he pops up out of the water with a small, like a 4-foot alligator, like in a headlock. Just got the thing in a headlock. It's thrashing. He kind of reaches in his pocket. And he pulls out some tape and like wraps the thing's mouth up with the tape, throws the alligator into the boat with us, and then climbs back into the boat. And he motors over this little hunting fishing shack thing they have, and we proceed to play with the alligator. We're taking pictures with it. We're posing with the guy. Anyway, the alligator's not having it. But again, a 4-foot alligator, 3-foot alligator, it's like, I don't remember how this thing was, maybe 3 feet. It's like this much alligator, this much tail. It was like an iguana. It wasn't anything dangerous, but it's still exciting nonetheless. So we take pictures with the alligator. He untapes the alligator's mouth, reaches under the seat, and pulls out marshmallows. And I said, alligators like marshmallows? He's like, oh yeah, the marsh lily, that's like, they eat that as little babies. It's like mother's milk to them. And he feeds the thing a couple of marshmallows and lets it go. And we get back in the boat and we go back to the house. And he's like, did I earn that $100? And I gave him $200 because he earned his $200.
Yeah.
And it was just a funny story about an exciting day without 4 wheels underneath it, but it tells you the kind of excitement you can have if you just go a little ways off the map.
This is a storyteller, man. I love that.
That's awesome.
Yep. Where did you find that? I was
Rob's neighbor shared it.
oh man, that was kind of like my story about the $100 bill to scare me, and it didn't take much to scare me. That would have scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Can you imagine jumping off the boat while it's running and grabbing an alligator?
Oh, hell no, dude. I feel like, what is happening, dude?
Yeah, I like these church shoes too. The old slick bottom church shoes.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Oh. And then if they may need to replace the booster in the van too. I'm not sure if they're gonna have to. I mean, I can do that at a later date. I can do that next month. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If the shoes ain't dragging against the rotor, making a metallic sound,
No, not
you
yet.
don't you don't use the rear brakes as much as you do the front. Front gets all the work.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have to check all 4. We'll see how bad the fronts are. Because I know she's got a heavy foot, and she's just, she beat the shit out of it.
I put brakes on my Mustang a couple of years ago, and I think it was like $700-800 to have them to do the job. And man, the difference it made. It had the factory shoes on it, and it was worn down. But when they replaced it, the new shoes had a nice grip. I mean, it slowed you down quick.
Yeah. So
You kind of get used to the shoes being worn a little bit, and you kind of adjust your driving style with a lesser brake.
Exactly.
Then when you got more brakes, you got to relearn yourself to drive.
You do. You really do. I remember that happening. Yeah, absolutely. His name is Christopher on a channel called Vin Wiki. Okay, cool.
I love the way he incorporated Hank Hill. You know, they were out there in the alley. That was the old barber there drinking
Yeah.
beer with them. He included Hank Hill in that, and I like that.
Yeah. Rob's neighbor, if you could, can you post his channel link as well, if you could, if you don't mind? Have a good day, Jess. So long.
Bye-bye.
Pump and septic tank should be.
Quick shoes.
Don't step in shit quick.
Yeah, you're not using the siphon hose, are you?
Yeah, don't use the siphon hose.
Ooh,
They will call you and tell
especially
you
the
you
lumpy
this,
stuff.
you that. Yeah, I know. I'm going to. I'm going to be like, listen. I'm po. I'm so poor I can't afford the OR. I'm just po. Just PO.
Just man.
I'm just po. So I already told him. I said, listen, I get paid. I get my money. I get my permanent disability check on Friday. So I can pay you Friday. There's no rush to get it done this week. You could sit here for days. I don't care. Next month, I don't care. You know, as long as the brakes get done at a reasonable price, I'll be happy. You know, how bad could it be? Yeah. I don't see anything in the driveway, like any of the what are they called? The cylinders, whatever they are. The brake cylinders.
Wheel cylinder.
The wheel cylinder, yeah, the brake cylinder, whatever it is. I don't see anything leaking from in the driveway from that. I don't see anything on the wheel cylinders or anything, the brake cylinders. So I don't think those are leaking. You know, I'm possibly concerned that the emergency brake could be dragging. I don't know. We'll see. What's up, AU? How are you, man? Trying to do different stuff, and I had to fix it all up this morning. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Well,
How's American Outlaw doing?
I'm trying to get I'm trying to get my mounts in a permanent spot where I can just leave 2 mounts on each bike and be done with it, and then just and then maybe eventually get another camera and have 2 cameras on each bike. How is he doing? Yes, because we haven't seen him in a few days. How's he doing? What's going on with him? Is he all right? I'm gonna make a coffee.
He was, you know, he really overdoing it out there working in that shop, putting the windows and stuff in, and you know, him just recovering from that shoulder. They already told him this is his last chance.
Yeah, so got some life going on, but everything is okay, I guess. Okay. Yeah, you gotta tell him not to overwork that shoulder, like Max said, because you know.
Then he's got major surgery with the shoulder replacement stuff. Wouldn't be good.
The warranty on my shoulder has expired, bro. Because you know it's crazy because I can only sleep on I can't sleep on my left side because my pump and my transmitter is on my left arm, and I don't really like sleeping on my stomach that much. So it's my right side I sleep on mostly. It's the side I favor, and that's the shoulder that's bad, is the right shoulder. So I'm constantly putting pressure on that shoulder. So then when I lay on my back, it's like a giant relief. Like, oh, thank God, the pressure's off. Kind of relax. I'm sure that they have better techniques for orthoscopic surgery these days. I mean, I had my shoulder scoped many years ago. I think that was like around 2007. I think the accident was 04. Maybe it was 06. The accident was 04. I remember that. That's when I got hit on the Buell. That guy was flying, bro. I was hit at 35 miles an hour. I was T-boned by a square-nosed Ford Explorer by an 18-year-old kid rushing to work.
Oh, no.
Blew the yellow light, blew the red light. Forget yellow. He got cited because there were tons of witnesses. And then when he hit me, all hell broke loose because the cops came. They had life flight in the air because my one boss was president of the ambulance corps. My other boss was chief of the fire department. And they both owned a nursery in Gloucester, New Jersey.
Later, Robert.
So they knew the direction I came in from work, for work. So they knew it was me that got hit. And plus, my one boss's wife was at the intersection at the light and saw the whole thing happen. So she was a witness to him blowing the red light, which is good. I want toast or something. I'm hungry, man. Keep on eating those. Maybe I'll make a sandwich. Man, I got eggs too. I could do a lot, but I don't really feel like doing a lot.
I had scrambled eggs with cheese and ham this morning for breakfast.
Did you?
A grape jelly, and English muffin.
It smells kind of good. I just did all the dishes too, man. Got dressed this morning. Changed out of my pajama pants for once. Oh, man. That's funny.
Oh, you didn't get to see, you remember yesterday I put Theo on the camera?
Yeah.
There's a little short. There's a little short of Theo. I cut his hair off yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah, I cut all of his hair. I do it every year. I usually wait till May, but it's been so warm. He's been suffering with all that long hair.
Yeah.
I had one brand new pair of clippers, electric clippers, and a pair that I've used for 2 years. I ended up throwing both of them in the garbage. It burned out both of those clippers. I mean, burned them up. That fur is so thick.
Damn.
If I could get him over here, I would. Let me see if I can get him over here and get him on the camera. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cheese sandwich.
Yo, come here.
That's all I eat is cheese, bro. I got some meat and I mixed it in with the cheese, with the rice and the beans I made. So that was good. And I made the rice with the beef broth. What am I getting? Cheese? Oh, I got some chicken. Spicy chicken too. I'll use that too. Yeah, I'll have a real sandwich.
There's my little meatball. Let me see.
Oh, look at him. That's great.
Let me kind of tilt him down here.
Oh my, look at him.
Look at that. Look, I mean, this is like slapping a little pig.
Oh, he's awesome. Look at him, man.
Yeah, solid as a rock, man.
That's great.
I left him a little tail so he could, he could swish his little tail.
That's awesome, Mac.
Oh, he really appreciated it because he ran and played in that little short. He come running to me, and my God, it felt so good not to have all that hair on his body.
Yeah, I bet he feels a lot better.
Oh, he does.
I'm so glad I did this. Whatchamacallit yesterday? Dishes.
Later, Robert.
So long, Robert.
That ride we're going to go up to Danville, Alabama. That's up there where the Amish people are, and that's about a 44-mile ride up there. But it's a really beautiful ride.
Nice.
Got a couple of ridges. We got to go up over a couple of ridges to get up there.
Wax, Steve.
We buy pepper bacon up there. They cure the meat and do everything right there at the right where the farms are, and that pepper bacon is so good. I like to take pepper bacon and wrap it around jalapenos, and what we do is cut the stem out and pull the seeds out. And when we stuff it full of cheddar cheese, and then wrap the bacon around the jalapenos. And jalapenos, they're really good. You bake them in the oven till the bacon gets crispy.
Here.
Make our own jalapeno poppers.
Oh yeah.
I have stuffed them full of crab meat as well. I've used some cheese mixed with crab meat and put that inside of the jalapenos, and that makes a really good a little snack.
That was my nickname.
What was that?
Snacks.
Snack.
One of the cops in town I knew, and we used to call him Sporty because he had a Sportster when he first started riding, so we used to call him Sporty. And his nickname for me was Snacks.
Snack.
Because he knew I was a heavy pot smoker, so he
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, Snacks." Hey, what's up, Rydell? Like, what's up, Sporty? He's a good dude. Never thought he'd become a cop.
You want to come over and say hello to the gang, or
I don't feel
you're
like
still busy doing your?
it. I'm still
She's
working.
getting herself all primped up and ready to go for a ride. Yeah.
Am I
In fact,
very behind on the chat, Mac?
I'm sorry. What was that, Sick?
Am I very behind on the chat?
No, there's some. Robert just said goodbye. He's got to go do some stuff. Evil Rick is still in here. Quick Shoe. Yeah, I think we're all up. Well, I'm going to take the opportunity here. It's coming up. It's rolling up on the 10 o'clock hour for me, because we want to ride up there and get our stuff, and we got to do a little shopping while we're out. And so we're going to go and get her a ride in, and I'm looking down here. My batteries are charged up, so we'll be ready to make a video. And you guys have a great day. This is the beginning of a great. Well, this is Tuesday, so we've already got over the hurdle of Monday,
Yeah.
and tomorrow's Hump Day. It'll be Ray Day tomorrow, but he's out riding, so
He's gonna be in Panama City.
that's right. All right, I'm going to say good morning to each and every one of you, and God bless you, and thank you very much for putting up with my shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to leave you in the good hands of Stick here. So with that, we'll say sayonara, hasta la vista, baby, and adios.
Thanks, Mac. He's the best. All right, how's everybody doing? Chop up your pepper and mix it in the cheese. Oh yeah, I didn't cook anything. Yeah, I was not about to cook. I just made a simple cheese sandwich. Well, cheese and chicken and spicy chicken, whatever, and spicy cheese. Jalapeno cheese, American cheese, and whatever that is. Cajun. Chicken, something. What are you doing, kid? All right, on that note, I'm going to end the stream because I want to eat and I don't want to eat on while people are watching me. So, I want to show off the background too. It's one of their posters for this week. Not the whole poster, but on the bottom has the date. The top it has Dead and Company on it. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And until next time, which should maybe be tomorrow, hopefully with Moto. I don't know. Moto, you scheduling one tomorrow? We'll see. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, everybody. So long.